So let's really get into it. Who is the HBIC of this franchise? Let me know.
Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Scott, and we are back with another video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell button, because you don't want to miss a single drip drop of the news that we got going for y'all today. Now I want to go ahead and get into everything that we got to talk about, but first I want to say, if you haven't followed me on Instagram and Twitter, please do so at DJ Richie Scott. Hit me up in my email for brand collaborations and those types of things. And if you got tips on stories, also email me at richiescott@gmail.com. That's RICHIESKYE@gmail.com. Now, let's get into what we got to talk about today, because we got some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. And side note, did y'all see that last episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Camille went off. But before we even decide to talk about that, I gotta get into this whole discussion about this Real Housewives of Atlanta, because there's some stuff going on in the streets that we gotta talk about. There's a question on the table, and we gotta put it on the table too, so we can talk about exactly who is the HBIC of this particular show in the franchise. I wanna know what y'all think, because I wanna get into all the juicy details. Now, we can agree to disagree now, and I'm sure that we will, because I'm sure your favorite might not be named, and that's okay too. I mean, it's all right, boo. Not everybody can be the queen, but we gotta talk about who exactly is the queen bee of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why? Because it came up. Oh, that's why. So we're gonna talk about it right now. So, first of all, I wanna say, shout out to Kandi, because she has been traveling all through the countryside, all through the international countries and everything like that. Shout out to you, boo, for being a baller. But in case y'all did not know, she was chosen as one of the Atlanta ambassadors at the airport to kind of be on the signage and welcome the people to Atlanta. Why? Because Kandi is Atlanta. I feel like she got relatives running all up and through Atlanta, and she know everything and everybody, okay? And ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel like, you know, put down for your city if you got a city that you want to represent. Now, I want to get into something that was posted, and then I'm going to talk about exactly who responded, and then we're going to get into exactly what the real deal is, okay? So let's talk about it. So I want to shout out the Atlanta Black Star, because I like them legit. I like everything that they put out, so y'all follow them. I put the link down in the description below, but I had actually seen this story prior to, but I'm just gonna shout them out because I like to, you know, I like to give props to people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being nice, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with being nice. I got plenty of bloggers that that shout me out and that have been very nice to me behind the scenes. So let me go ahead and return the favor and put the energy out there. Shout out to Atlanta Black Star. Now, one of the things that Kandi posted was, she posted this on Instagram. It said, a lot of people are traveling this weekend. If you fly through Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, that's a mouthful, catch me on the airport screens. I was so excited when they chose me to be one of the people to represent Atlanta. I love my city, glad to know that my city loves me back, she put on Instagram. Now, shout out to Kandi for getting that gig. That's pretty boss. And I feel like it's appropriate for somebody like her. Plus, although she had like an OLG in the airport, I don't know because I ain't been there, but I feel like I remember her talking about it on the show. Let me know in the comments if you've been there and what you think about it. Now, I personally been to the first OLG in Atlanta, and I kind of liked the food there, and the space was epic. I mean, it was huge, and it had so many levels and things going on. I was like, who house is this? It's nice though. So then the next thing y'all know, Miss Kenya Moore, who y'all know is back on the show this season, chimed in with hashtag HBIC, kissy face. Now, for those of y'all who are unfamiliar with that term, that means head, BITCH, in charge. To which Kandi replied, period. Whew. Now listen. A lot of people took this as shade, direct shade to the one and only Miss Lanithia Leaks. Now, the reason why people take that as shade, because Nene has gone on record as saying, you know, she's the HBIC in charge of this show. It's her show to a certain degree. for which some fans have some things to say about that. But I would also argue that her co-stars have had some things to say about that.
I'm the only person that ever created a show that does not have a producer credit. I don't even understand how.
First of all, because Princess created Housewives of Atlanta. Let's be clear. Yes, she did. Princess.
But what I want to know is who is the real queen bee of this show? And was Kenya Moore being shady? Well, let's dissect it, shall we? Okay, let's get into it. Now, obviously, Kenya Moore was being shady with that comment, and obviously she knew that the fans and the people were gonna pick up on it. But obviously Kenya Moore is smart, because obviously Kenya Moore can take a subtle dig in public and on social media, and she know we gonna all run with it, which is why we love us some Kenya Moore. Now, don't fret, people. I can like Nene Leakes and I can like Kenya Moore too, because I think that they both bring some interesting dynamics to the show. But let's get back to the discussion. Yes, she was being shady, and I am actually here for it. It's lightweight fun shade. It ain't nothing too dark or too deep. It's just a little dig. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. But here's the gotcha. Let's discuss who really is the HBIC on this franchise. Now, one could argue that it is Nene Leakes, right? Because she is the person who kind of started this whole situation. She's also the one who apparently asked for the reunions to happen. She created that, although she says that she kind of regrets it now because she doesn't like the reunions, which I can understand that. Who wants to sit around and bicker with a bunch of women that all might be coming at you about things that happened during the season maybe 6 months ago, and now you got the answer for it? I'm not trying to hear that. I don't even remember what I said 6 months ago. And chances are I changed my mind about it because I'm allowed to, just like y'all are. So nobody can hold you accountable for something that happened 6 months ago, because I'm a completely different person now. I'm a different person from who I was yesterday. So you can't even judge me on something that happened that I said yesterday. Do y'all agree? Comment down below. Now, what I want to say is this. She's got the history, she's got the clout, obviously, and I'm sure she got the paycheck to warrant being called or calling herself the HBIC. But let's really get into it, because technically Kandi has had more seasons on the show than Nene has, because Kandi never left after season 1. We all know that Nene took a break one season, and then she came in at the end, and then she took a break the next season. So it's kind of like, can you really call yourself the HBIC if you stepped away from the franchise at a certain point in time and the ratings were still up? Can you really call yourself the HBIC in charge if you know that the show can go on without you? Now, the other reason why it could be considered that Kandi could be the HBIC in charge, because she is a boss, you know what I'm saying? She's got franchises, she's got businesses out the hoo-ha. She literally has her hands in every single pot. And like I said before, Kandi is in the heartbeat and the pulse of Atlanta, the business scene, the social scene. She knows everybody. And I feel like she is kind of like the centerpiece of society in Atlanta. Now, if you live in Atlanta and you disagree with me, let me know, because you might be a little bit more knowledgeable and educated about this subject than me. But feel free to comment down below. Let a brother know. Let me know if I'm way off base or not, because I want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I want y'all to tell me who y'all think the HBIC in charge is in the city of Atlanta in terms of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm actually going to still give that title to Nene, mostly because it's related to the show. You understand what I'm saying? If she makes a move, everybody's on it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you have Porsha, you have Kandi, and you have Kenya, you have powerhouse players who the show would not be able to function without those other key players. You know what I'm saying? Now, we saw what happened when Kenya Moore left last season. Now, they still did well, of course, but at the end of the day, it was lacking that firepower that Kenya Moore happens to bring to the shows. That's it, point blank, period. Now, side note, a lot of you guys were talking to me when we were on live yesterday. Y'all were letting me know that Yvonne was at Miss Nene Leakes' house. Yes, she was yesterday, and they was filming something. Now, we don't know who all else was there, but we know that Yvonne has said that she about to be the peacemaker to bring these chicks back together. And we know she's talking about Cynthia Bailey and Nene Leakes. What I do know is I'm hearing that she is a strong player this season, and she's got a lot going on with the ladies this season, so it should be interesting to see how Yovanna/Gayle works this all out. And side note, if you didn't follow Gayle on Instagram like I do, because I like, you know, I kind of like the girl, you know what I'm saying? You will notice that she deleted all her posts. Now, she probably archived those things, but she deleted all of those posts, so she has nothing posted, just a couple of stories. So I'm not sure what's going on with her channel, but I am sure that she's about to do a massive cleanup, do some photo shoots and some other stuff so she can brand herself properly. And girl, I don't blame you. I say get that branding on. You know what I'm saying? Like get it, you know, clean it up. When I was about to be on Bravo and the show was about to come up, I did some cleanup too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do that in order to start to elevate your status. You understand what I'm saying? And you want to represent yourself as the person that you want us to know you as. So get your businesses in order, Gayle. Get everything that you need to do in order, because you need to bring it in season 12. Now, I want to get into this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills finale real quick. Now, I don't know if y'all caught the Beverly Hills season 9 finale or not, but let me just sum it up in a couple of words for you. Camille. Boom. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Camille came into that scene like a Tasmanian devil, and she went up and down through that whole group of women, okay? She started off with Kyle. She shut Teddy down. Then she shut Renna down. And then she went back and tried to shut Teddy down again. And next thing you know, Denise is coming in strong. Denise, let me tell you something. Denise earned her paycheck. She earned that $1 million that she got for this season. Yes, she did. So that's really all that happened. And then we got a final wrap up of Camille talking to Lisa Vanderpump, and you know, her partying with her at the Caesars in Vegas, the Vanderpump Garden in Vegas or whatever. And then we did a post 6 months wrap up scene with the 6 ladies that were actually a part of the French full-time Housewives this season. And we finally got the final word on, you know, Kyle's relationship with Lisa Vanderpump, and that was pretty much it. Honestly, it wasn't that much going on except for Camille running up and through that group of women and letting them have it. I was so here for it, to be very honest with you. Now, I like the ladies, understandably. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I felt like they weren't really bringing anything. And I feel like Camille, she brought it. She brought it. And I don't feel like anything that she said was too bad, because all of that stuff has been in the news anyway, so I don't understand why she even tried to apologize to Dorit, who does not deserve an apology. You understand what I'm saying? So that was my thoughts on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. If they want to make this next season a success, they need to give Camille a full-time role. They need to probably remove Teddy. No shade. Nobody wants an accountable housewife. If we want people that can barely be accountable for their actions and that drink heavily. We need Brandy back on the show, and we need Kim Richards on as a friend. Now, I would also say to possibly get rid of Erica, give her her own show, because I feel like she needs to have her own show. I want to see the Glam Squad, and I want to see her go on tour. I want to see her in that environment. Seeing her in a Housewives environment, they really didn't give her too much energy this season, so I felt like she was actually underused. And if the rest of the women are going to be scared of her, like, let's not even give her the paycheck anymore. Give her a separate paycheck for her own show. So let me know what y'all think about my comments down in the comments section. Let me know who the head HBIC is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and let me know who the HBIC is across the franchise. I really want to know who y'all think it is for each city. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think now Beverly Hills is going to have to be Kyle. Now, I think in New York, it's Bethany. Now, I think in Potomac, it's Giselle. Now, I think in Dallas, it's Leanne. Now, in Atlanta, currently, it's still kind of Nene. You know what I'm saying? And then, am I missing any other significant ones? Oh, now in the OC, it's Tamra. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the HBICs in my book. Oh, New Jersey is obviously Teresa. That was a no-brainer. Let me know who y'all's picks are, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Sky. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and if you're a Housewives fan, if you're a reality show fan, follow this channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you don't miss a single video. And guess what, guys? I will see you in the next video.